Hey everyone, Derek here from WayScript. In this one, let's take a look at how we can fully customize an email marketing campaign using WayScript. Let's get started. Here inside the WayScript editor, the first thing that we need to do is to bring in the data that we need in order to send our emails. For me, my user data is inside an SQL table. Here we can either add a new database or we can select one that we've already added to our account. I've already added my database that I need to my account, and now I can go and type in custom SQL code. My table has a column specifically dedicated to if that user is subscribed to emails. So I'll use that and pull out all users that are subscribed and return those now. So I can say something like select all users from whatever table I'm using. In this case, I'm using app users, where the condition of email subscribed is equal to true. Now let's run code and get back the result. Here we see all the users that are subscribed to my email newsletter. So let's import their names and then their email addresses. I've got those split into two columns. So this is the beginning and then this is the domain of the email. We'll have to combine these later using Python, and I'll show you how to do that. Now we can click on Done Editing. In this case, we want to loop over these values and send each user an email. We can do this in WayScript by using a loop. So we'll type in loop and pull it in to our workflow. Now we want to loop over each one of these columns. So we have column 1, which are the names. We have column 2, which is the beginning of the email address, and then column 3, which is the domain. Once we have all of those imported, let's go ahead and create a Python step that combines column 2 item with column 3 item. So this will become derek@wayscript.com. We'll type in Python, import it, and then drop it into our workflow. Here, the same way that we could with SQL, we can type in custom Python code. So the first thing that we need to do is to import the values that we'll be using to concatenate a full email address. In this example, let's say email beginning will be equal to the variables dictionary, which is how we store all these values. And then we need to get column 2 item. So we can say column 2 item. Now we need the email domain, and this will just be the variables dictionary, column 3 item. Once we have those, we can concatenate the full email address by saying something like email beginning, concatenate on the @ symbol, and then email domain. Now that we've constructed this full email address, let's say something like variables, and we'll say email address will be equal to this Python variable total email. When we execute this code, we see that we get back a new variable in the bottom left that has that full email address. Your database is likely set up different than how mine is. I just wanted to show you that it's possible to process this data before sending out your emails. Now that we have that, we need to send an actual email. So let's use an HTML module to create HTML that we'll send. Here, we have another text editor that we can use directly. And let's just say something like hello, and then we'll pull in the user's name, which is located in column 1 item. So we'll drag that directly into our text editor. We'll close out that div container. And now we have a custom email that obviously we could do a lot more with, but I'm just showing you that you can customize it for each user in your mailing list. Now we'll click on Done Editing. And finally, we need to send this email out. So let's use SendGrid to do that. Here, you'll need access to your SendGrid account, so you'll need your API key. I've already done that, so I'll just use the one that I already have. The to field will just be that email address that we created using Python. Now we can say what we want for the subject. So let's say hello, and then we'll pull in column 1 item, which is the name. Finally, we can pull in that HTML code that we created in the step above and drop that in as the body. Now that we have this, we can execute this manually by clicking Run Main. However, if we wanted to automate it, we could choose one of the many triggers that we have available to us. To find the triggers, you can click Show Library, go to Packages, and then select Triggers. This is how you would automate this to run on its own using one of these. And that's it for this one. I hope you see how powerful WayScript is and the unlimited potential that it provides. If you have any questions or comments, as always, please let us know and we'll get back to you. Until next time.